And to give us a showdown 5 years in the making, as we've been rightly reminded of. When these two last played, it was Inkling versus Marth, man. That goes to show the sort of the time we were in back then, back when Leo could just go to any tournament, waltz in and come out with a win, playing whoever he wanted, whenever he wanted. But we're seeing a bit of a throwback here. We're seeing the space Inkling here. No Aegis at the moment, and we're seeing that Leo Joker that we all know and love.
It's worth mentioning as well that if a few of you were expecting the Pyra and the Mithra, Space did end up going Inkling in Game 5 of the qualifier to get into top 8 and found success against Tariq to get there. So again, this character having a bit of a renaissance. We've seen it in Japan, of course. We've seen Shanique, our own homegrown, be able to show the potential of the character, and then Space taking the baton and saying, I will run to the end for you, my brother. And we are going to see if he can do it against, again, #1 seed and one of the best to ever touch it, MKLeo.
We've seen Inklings historically say that they like this matchup, but the game has changed a lot in recent years. Is it still that strong for Inkling? You'd think so if Space is going here game 1. It's kind of scary at the moment. A lovely roll read, taking that first stock. Arsene still there once more. And Leo feels very confident to do whatever he wants. Play the game however he wants. Whatever he wants to do, it's going to work. He is destroying Space. He is not letting Space play the game right now, man.
They're the kind of reads that you're getting sort of Game 3, Game 4, after some adjustments, but the tenacity and the confidence to go for it at Game 1, just 2 3-air dodge reads in a row. MKLeo just reminding us again why he is first seed of this event, and Space managing to find his footing a little bit, but again, he's going to need a lot more than that if he's going to surmount this mountain.
This is a bit tricky for Space now because Arsene is out, but there it goes. Some say you missed the bus when you let Arsene come back for the second time, but it looks like Space just about caught up with it as he's brought us back in. And Arsene's nearly out again after that one combo plus down B counter. But Space looking kind of fragile at the moment here, Josie.
Yeah, you can see he's taking a much more defensive approach, just getting these 1-2 hits and then retreating as well. That retreating back is so safe if spaced correctly. And we can see at the moment this is a crucial moment in the set. MKLeo just chasing down with that dash attack, trying to catch it with the guns, and the second hit of the forward air just catching that neutral get up. And there is still an awful lot of meter available, and Space has really got to make sure that extra credit doesn't rack up too much.
The good thing about Inkling, you are able to do a lot of damage in this situation. So Arsene can be burnt through quite quickly, as we see here. The issue is he's going to do so much damage that it might come out for the second time in this second stock. But you have kill option here in the up throw up air. Are we going to see it? I feel like MKLeo is quite good at playing around the grab, maintaining control of the situation, so you don't have that option ever presenting itself. I say that grab up throw up air stock, my fault. Space gets that booyah, last stock situation here.
Yeah, you can see that MKLeo was really just playing that anti-grab game, not really staying on the floor for much too long. And when he was on the floor, he was always relying on movement as opposed to shield, just knowing about those 2 kill conditions that percent, the roller and the up throw up air, and just getting caught in lag a little bit too much, and then it's sealing his fate. However, Space with a lot of percent at the moment, not quite managing to get too much stuff. The footstool into the down air, just about managing, and a trade thankfully working out in the favor of Space. That could have been curtains for his final stock, but that pink meter is looking awfully full focus.
This is a very scary spot for Space to be in. Dash attack, such a strong move with the Arsene buff. How are you going to navigate out of this situation here with Space, using your short stature in your dash to get through out the corner, but into that situation once more. 169 on Space right now. How are you going to get through? This is a re-grab and the down tilt of all moves. It came out a lot at the start, and it's going to finish off game 1. Space goes down. The Leo Joker doing so well. It feels almost nostalgic to watch, Joycey, a matchup like this.
It does. I've really got to commend the choice of the down tilt as opposed to, say, charging a down smash, because it lingers for so long as well. And clearly Leo knew it had the power to kill in that point. It means that even if there were any sort of stalling tactics, any wall jump mix-ups, the timings would just be covered there. Instead of potentially going for a smash attack, it ended up whiffing and then a reversal starts. It's just these little moments where you're right at the top, where so many other players would charge that smash attack. They'd be like, oh, a ledge grab, thank you. But Leo, just knowing what the actual optimal thing to go for is in that situation. And again, both of these players have played these characters for so long. True character specialists of their own craft. So it's really wonderful to see it, but you're absolutely right on the nostalgia front. And what is nostalgic as well is Leo just dominating every opponent that he comes across. This is another strong start for a top seed here.
Yeah, 130, practically unanswered, however, giving up a lot of control going for the edge guard. But it doesn't matter, it feels like he can do whatever he wants. He's able to get back in, even after committing deep, getting back in center stage first, getting control, and getting Arsene. He took a whole stock without needing it, and now it's coming out in this moment. A lot of it's going to get burnt, though, because of this Inkling confirm, and a lot of damage from that rapid jab. We are maybe nearly in upper range.
Yeah,
it's definitely a threat.
Arsene finally manages to go away there. Ooh. And oh my goodness, just going with that down air, catching Leo asleep at the wheel a little bit there. So only 25%, racking up just a teeny tiny bit. But it's an interesting point that you made there about the Arsene and the percent that it was at those later percents that we saw Arsene, particularly at the end of that game one where Space was at 130, 140%. Or rather, Leo was, at quite high percent. It meant that you were only getting single hits. So the Arsene really wasn't going to go down that much. When you're at these earlier percents, it means that you can get those 2-3 pieces, and then that will make the meter go down so much more. But this is something that Leo is so good at. He makes Arsene worth every single ounce of that meter, and finally going away, and Space doing a really good job, 153%, but hey, he's still standing.
He's doing quite well here. Okay, but that's a lot of meter. But it down, coming out at the wrong time, I suppose. When you're coming out off stage, you can get 2 frames. Your recovery's a little bit worse. Oh, dearie me. Space has given Leo Arsene, and Leo makes use of it with that F tilt, getting so early. That's a really weird angle for the splat bomb to send that, and that's a lot of percent on Leo, but Inkling not the best at killing in these spots. I wonder what Space can do to even things back up.
Yeah, I like the attempt at the up smash there, recognizing that Leo likes to jump out of shield quite a bit. But again, Leo being in the driver's seat, just showing those elements of patience, knowing that every now and again they'll just kind of try and throw out these moves just to get something started. And slowly but surely, we've seen a fragile lead just grow ever stronger. 87% on Space at the moment, and 165 on MKLeo. A back air is finally going to take it, but if you've got to rack up that percent, you've got a long journey ahead of you.
You have to trust that you're going to be winning neutral as much as Leo, doing as much damage as Leo in order to catch up. There's a lot to do here if you're Space. You've got a pink Joker here, and I feel like that was an opportunity to get a grab or something to get more damage. This is a bit scrappy here, but very hard to hit characters. And you can see that they're both looking for a decisive opening, but unable to find it for quite a long time. Just very scrappy up close. Leo looking for something. It's going to be hard for him to kill without Arsene at the moment. It's going to come out in a bit. It's going to be a while, I feel. Can you get a kill from off stage, from the ledge? Trump back air, not going to find the mark, but you keep the pressure going. That's what is so strong about Leo in these situations. Even though he can go for a commitment, he's not giving away too much. He's always able to get back into center stage in a strong position to cover the escape options after the fact. The back throw is gonna do it. 2-0 to MKLeo. Really impressive stuff so far. You do wonder, you have that Aegis. Is this where it comes out? Or are you gonna stick to your guns if you're Space? What are we thinking?
I mean, it's a really tricky one. It feels like the weaknesses that both these characters can have. Certainly in Inkling, where sometimes you can really struggle to get those kill confirms. Again, Inkling has got a couple of really strong options to find kills, but they've been telegraphed since the game came out. It was the 2 things that you kept in mind, right? Don't get grabbed, don't get hit by roller. Easy peasy. And Leo has really just taken that time to re-ingrain that into himself, and he's been living to such high percents. And I think Space is aware that Leo was ready for the Inkling. So going back to the new main of Pyra and Mithra. I mean, hey, if 599 makes it work, then hey, taking out my winnings, boss.
You know it, Joycey. This is still... I don't know how much better he's going to fare in this match. It's still quite tricky. You still have to match Leo's tempo. You're more vulnerable off stage. You have to make your hits count, because Leo's going to do it. At the moment, Leo has got the initiative, but Space has done okay so far.
Yeah, it feels like Leo was going for a lot of these quite confident options. Again, just that charge on the forward smash, trying to catch Space, and even then, just landing and holding that Rebel's guard. He seems to have this really solid idea on what Space is going to do. And full credit to Space, he's not falling into these fairly, not basic traps necessarily, but they're quite hard reads, they're quite hard covering options, and Space is not falling for it at the moment. However, he has still taken an awful lot of percent using that side B just to cover the recovery, and then just the jab one, jump around, where you grabbing Sunshine, getting that blast zone.
Leo's just so strong applying pressure on shield like that, understands the threat, and is just moving so elegantly around the reversal options. And he's really in control in the driver's seat at the moment here, Joycey.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably one of those matches where obviously he has played and shown to play this character, even at this tournament, using it a little bit earlier on to secure a set win, but certainly he knows this character like the back of his hand. And again, the confidence that he is playing with at the moment, it feels like he's got a really good grasp on everything that Space wants to go for. However, of course, this character, you know, one of the strongest characters, and for good reason. Space definitely not out of the woods just yet.
Really tricky movement with the tether cancel here from Leo. Okay, down air's going to find him up, but because it was a trade, not going to find anything. Space throwing out a lot of kill options. There is a no-fly zone around Battlefield. The Pyra up tilt going to find the mark, even things back up, but a very fragile Mithra on the board here, 105, but still a bit before Arsenal comes out.
There we go. We're seeing a more clinical edge here to the way that Space is playing. He's taking these moments, anticipating some of these defensive options. Again, the ridiculous frame data that Mithra has, the frame traps that she can go for. It just means that, you know, you just need to calm yourself down and take those moments. Remember, you're playing one of the strongest characters in the game, and you are showing us why at the moment. Space nearly bringing it all the way back. Leo was stunning the eye, just about managing to make it, trying to land the down air, but it's going to be the forward tilt that's going to make me eat my words and give Space that lead.
Really impressive stuff from Space so far. He's been getting the right reads to Pirate, and that's often where a lot of Aegis players will struggle. They won't be able to get that big hit that they so desperately desire, but Space has been in control, getting basically 2 for 2, and he's really doing a lot. Has got Leo off stage. That hit, that I'm surprised the invulnerability was there to save. Space is really turning up the jets in this game. This Pyra is doing so much work. Arsene has been and gone, and it looks like we could be seeing a game on the board for Space if he can just close out this final stock of Leo.
We're going with that one hit forward air into the back air, and MKLeo just sharking around the ledge, trying to get anything started, being forced into shield, dropping it a little bit too early, and Space again with all of this stage control, throwing out a lot of these hitboxes. Clutch parry there from MKLeo, and the Mithra is back out, electing to go for more of that maneuverability. These footstool down airs not quite working out in the favor, and just that frame trap. It doesn't matter that you tank that hit. I've got the second one locked and ready, and Space getting the point on the board.
Such an impressive frame trap of that Joker down B from Space. Doesn't matter if you get a bit of gauge back, you're gonna die. That game is Space's for the taking. You wonder what adaptations Leo can make, because he's got characters of his own that come out. We've seen him bring out a little bit of his own Aegis. I don't know if he'd go for the Ditto. Of course, we love the Byleth, but I think it's going to be the Joker in the rest of the set. It's still close. We didn't see any...
Uh-oh.
My bad.
You're bad.
Okay, my bad.
You're bad indeed. I hope you know which color's which, because we are seeing the Pyra
that's so
and
jarring.
Mithra Ditto. We are going to see, of course, MKLeo on the color swap. We are going to see the silver coming out from Space, but MKLeo saying, hey, you know what, let's dance, pretty boy. I've got my own Pyra Mithra ready for you as well. Now, this Ditto is extremely jarring. Foresight can be an absolute nightmare for both of these players, and again, certainly both of them have got experience in the Ditto. These Pyra Mithra mains, there are a lot of them out there. An incredibly strong, incredibly relevant character in the meta. At the moment, just dead even between the both of them. Space managing to pull away with a nice little two-piece. Got MKLeo at the ledge, just going for that grab, forward throw, rinse and repeat.
This is definitely Leo wanting to do battle on fundamentals. you have the same tools at your disposal, and he thinks he can pilot this character better. At the moment, it's very even, and I think this can get a bit wonky as this game progresses. It's so, I'll be real, it's so tricky to check which one's which. I'm getting thrown for a loop every single time.
So the one thing that you're going to see in this matchup that's going to be really evident is that I've spoken to a couple of Pyro Mithras about the Ditto, and what they say is that basically whoever switches first to Pyro loses. It's, you know, the mobility that Mithra has is so good against Pyro that what you're seeing from both of these players is that it's really only in the ledge trap situation where they're going to be sticking it out with the Pyro. At the moment, MKLeo being stuck on the character, and this could be a little bit dicey, and not managing to get the air dodge to Sage, and 3 stocks to 1 in the favor of Space, saying, you know what, stay in your lane, boy, get that Joker back out, we're here to play, Sunshine.
Absolutely, we weren't expecting a game like this, Joycey. This is very one-sided at the moment. 3 stocks to 1, an uncharacteristic early death from Leo here, but the dash attacks in a fight back, and instantly Mithra comes out trying to scrap again. This is an interesting one. I didn't expect things to go the way they are. Oh,
there we go, down there into up smash. Tail as old as time. The classic, the Twitter clips. You know it, you name it. You've seen it 1,000 times before, but what a way to bring it to a game 5 as well. Leo trying to assert dominance there in the Ditto, and now he's got a choice to make. Are you going to stick to your guns and say, you know what, I am the better Aegis main, or is that school kid from Shibuya going to rear his ugly head back into there? And it's a real difficult situation for Leo, and the stakes are as high as they can be.
This is really interesting. I'm unsure what's going through the mind of MKLeo right now. He was doing so comfortably in Joker versus Inkling. He lost that Joker Aegis game. It wasn't that bad. He thought he was able to win that out Aegis Space, but it didn't work out at all. Is he going to try and do it again, or was that just the game he had in hand?
Space is locked in Pyra and Mithra, and we are going to see, there we go, back to Joker. Get a little bit more comfortable. We're going back to the tried and true main. Again, maybe when you've got an extra game to play with, could be a worthwhile endeavor. Maybe if you think that they're not ready for the Ditto, it could be something. However, we've managed to land ourselves on Smashville, a more claustrophobic environment, but it is going to be the Joker that is going to potentially be Leo's ticket into winners finals, or is Space going to complete the reverse 3-0?
It's interesting, we didn't feel like we had a competitive set before this character switch, and all of a sudden the crowd's warming up. It's getting very interesting here. There's a lot of noise for our Dutch friend as he could pull off an incredible win. We've seen Super Stemi take down Leo before. Are we going to see his compatriot do the same thing?
You see Arsene just showing up at the right moment. The down throw from base Joker leading into a much meatier hit. But again, there's so much damage, and raw hits here and there are going to add up so much from Mithra, and we've seen what Leo can do to a Mithra side B, showing Space the left-hand blast zone, and we are going to see if Leo can extend that lead a little bit further as Arsene breathes his dying breath.
You're going to die. Oh no! I'm so shocked that did not confirm. Space is normally so consistent with something like that, and you're going to pay the price for missing that. That was the juicy hit you needed. Now you've got to go back to Mithra. You've got to get the hit, you've got to get off stage, and now you've got to do it again. Down smash coming out in a situation where maybe if it was Pyro that would have killed. It comes out once more. Leo is staying alive. He's done very well. Even if you die now, you've got a lot of chip damage onto Space's second stock. Yeah, oh, I love that. I really love that movement. Running off, switching, carrying the momentum, and drifting back with the back air, evening things back up a little bit. But there's a lot of damage on Space at the moment, and Leo has shown that he's quite clinical off stage when it comes to edge guarding. The Mithras recovery, the side B in particular, was blown up on that first stop.
There are a lot of these moments where Leo's getting these hits, but they keep ending up being trades, and it means that he can't really capitalize. He's got the right ideas, but Space is getting out a hitbox just in time, just to make sure that the punish isn't there. However, fair one to up smash. Leo being, you know, as sharp as lightning, just being so fast on the confirm, and there is a lot of Arsene left in the tank, and it's going to be down to Space to not let things spiral out of control. It's going to be so tricky. The back air just catching the jump over the last hit of the side B. Dash attack as well, we're at 93%. Pyra's out here is so so tricky. Arsene is finally gone, but it feels like the damage is done, Focus.
The bleeding has stopped, but not for long. The set is gone. MKLeo denies the reverse 3-0, moves on into winners finals. Space's Aegis character switch did a lot of work, but ultimately was not enough. We're seeing a return of the classics. Winners finals, MKLeo versus Gluttony. What a set we're gonna have on our hands. This is such an insane top 8 here, Joycey.
It really, really is, and we can just see some of the replays there. Yeah, just MKLeo showing that element of dominance over the Inkling. The switch over to Pyra and Mithra from Space. The lovely edgeguard attempt. Leo just being that one step ahead, and then here we go. Just that lovely frame trap there to show it off as well. Again, Space had a really, really nice ideas with some of these character picks. Again, the Pyra and Mithra had been warm used a lot of the way throughout this tournament, but then Leo deciding, right, we've got to lock it in, go for that smaller stage, and manages to clutch it out. Truly stunning, and yeah, a very nostalgic winners finals, a classic. Whenever MKLeo comes over, Leo and Gluto in top 3, but in the meantime, we are going to be dropping down into the losers side of things. We are down to our last 6 competitors, and let me tell you, the bloodbath is just getting murkier.
Yeah, in case you've not been following all of bracket, we got with that all-timer classic Gluttony MKLeo winners finals, but on the losers